Charlotte. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Still on his feet. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
On the play fake, Corral. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Eagles' 49-yard line.
They'll run with Hubbard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. You look at this Eagle defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And there's another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends now.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football, and they'll have a better chance to win again this week.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. The Panthers at 7-3 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Switching it up, Corral going to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Corral now on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Corral on 3rd and goal. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown! Ian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick. And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone. It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Corral. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now this defense for the Eagles very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
He finds his man complete. That's Barton. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 87 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Off play action. Here's Corral. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Corral looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So return to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing here, Corral. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he takes us beyond the 35. Give him and 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running? Able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, Corral. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action here, Corral. And his throw is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hubbard. Ooh, with a juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. third down's important to them, they find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
First down. Here's Corral with it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing here, Corral. Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Cooper, he's going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jalen Johnson, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And Corral will throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, A lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Off the play fake. Here's Corral. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offense is all over, continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball, but oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. Down to the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
3rd and 9 here. Now Corral. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Eddie Pinheiro on now. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On 2nd down, it's Knight. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Corral takes a shotgun snap. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll start out here with the option left. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the gun, Corral. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he has another 1st down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Corral sets up play action. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hubbard again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Corral. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. 4th and goal. The defense needed one more stand. They couldn't get it.
I just wonder if they were thinking heavy run here in that situation instead of being able to play the pass, and they were beaten on that possession.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Cooper, he's going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
But first down, Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's across midfield to the 48. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. It was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball. Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick.
Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Hurts. He finds his man complete. It's Barton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. And incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now, hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll try it now with Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Tanner McKee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that trims the lead down to 9. So that one a long 11-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers about ready to take over. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now a 2nd and 10. Corral. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Corral looking to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Cooper fast with a feet. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Hurts sets up to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
They go play action with Hurts.
And this has caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this 1st half as the kick gets away.
So we've reached halftime in a...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set.
At about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 37. 133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. On the option to give to Swift here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. It'll be a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
On the play fake, Corral. That one downfield for Dotson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On second down, here's Corral. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here is 3rd and 5. Corral looking to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Play action. Here's Corral. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Corral looking for another pass here. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways
Defensive quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Corral sets up play action. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Hubbard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down and 4. Play action here. Corral to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And Corral will throw it. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gambled with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hurts. Fights through it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at it. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Corral with it on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Corral. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. On the move to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Corral sets up play action. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to settle him up.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. From the gun, here's Swift. Boy, shifts past. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. to the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 29 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw, Corral. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46, going out for the first. They kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Corral looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
60 Eagles. Go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Corral. That is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
First down. Here's Corral with it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
All right, right now, a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Corral throwing for it.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Cooper is going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
And out and out come the Eagles.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open left side as well. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards that time.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Hurts going to keep it again.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
41 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Going to do a bootleg. Here's Corral.
He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing here, Corral.
And this is going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Steps away. Checks this down to Hubbard. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw, Corral. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Corral. His throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Corral on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Corral. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
4th down, here's Corral. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Corral yet again going to throw it. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And Corral will throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
70 range.
Now Corral. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Dotson in motion right. Corral to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Sliding out of the pocket. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Corral looking to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now Corral. He finds his man complete. That's Hubbard. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
A big play looming on third down. Corral. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Corral. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Corral to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and they're a point away from tying this thing up. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. It was finished off by Matt Corral, who took it in himself. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. They'll come up now on 2nd down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. There he goes, left side. There he goes again. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So Corral and the Panthers now down by 7, 24 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Corral. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Corral to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's 3rd and 15.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Corral going to look to throw it. Able to find Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go street.
Back to throw, Corral. This is caught inside the 15. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And he's going to go down. He's sacked before he can get rid of the football. And they remain down by a point. So with just a second to play, we'd have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.